Morning, we are here in the principal's office for RPMS.
Online upskilling.
Para sa mga rater ito. So, we are here. Ayan. Ayan mga kasama ko. Ayan sila. Tatrabaho. We are listening the online.
Information that we can get out of this online upscaling orientation will be properly managed and properly adapted in the different schools and master teachers. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, you are the frontliners. Our master teachers and school heads are the frontliners. And whatsoever the consolidated results of our
specifically teacher 1 to teacher 3 and stage 3 of the hand is all about the highly proficient teachers or our master teachers of the standards which are our PPST standards. So from hiring to retirement, we link everything, but while they are still active in service, we are connected to L&D plan. So for this PPST, or the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, we will be giving more focus on mother tongue to facilitate teaching and learning. That's why from kindergarten to grade 3, we are really concerned with the MTB-MLE as well as its delivery and assessment. Then we also have learners in difficult circumstances. We have a lot of them. We have strategies for promoting literacy and numeracy, like the early language literacy and numeracy, the ELLN. We also have the focus on the positive use of ICT, or with in mind the 4 C's of the 21st century learning. We have critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. I repeat, critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. Now, I just would like to give you these 7 domains of PPST so that you will be reminded that under the PPST, we have 7 domains and 37 strands or indicators. If I may read: 1, content knowledge and pedagogy; 2, learning environment;
7
3,
domains and 37, no?
diversity of learners; 4, curriculum and planning; 5, assessment and reporting; 6, community linkages and professional engagement; and 7, personal growth and professional development. I will not be reading the indicators or strands per domain, but I will just present to you the number of strands per domain. For domain 1, we have 7 strands or indicators. Domain 2 with 6 indicators or strands. Domain 3 with 5, domain 4 with 5, domain 5 with 5, domain 4, and domain 5. Cultural, social, like provide support and mentoring in professional development. When you say mentoring, that's in coaching. Coaches ask questions, while mentors provide answers. Simply put, coaches provide questions to increase performance, while mentors give answers on how to meet standards. And that's teachers, green apple or olive green for proficient teachers, sky blue for master teachers, and then we have pink for our master teachers, but the pink here becomes red. It is valuable to have signposts along the way to help identify progress. That's what's important with career stages. Teacher quality stages are developmental in nature and exist on a quality continuum. This is about teachers
not leadership roles such as principals and supervisors, because they have their own standards. For our principals, they have the PPSSH, and for our supervisors, they have the PPSS. So here, we're just focusing on teachers' standards. Career stage continuum. We have here the beginning, the proficient, highly proficient, and distinguished. If I may reiterate, what are expected of our proficient teachers? They are expected to use ICT positively in the classroom. The same with our highly proficient teachers. Proficient teachers are always expected to provide 2023 that was issued on February 3, 2023. Paragraph 1 talks about the legal basis of Deped Memorandum number 8 series of 2023. Obviously, since we are talking about RPMS PPST, this memorandum will be anchoring on the salient features of Deped Order number 2 series of 2015, which refers to the guidelines of the establishment and implementation of the RPMS in the Department of Education, and DO number 42 series of 2017 on the national adoption and implementation of the PPST, which mandates that all performance appraisals for teachers shall be based on this set of standards. So again, if I may reiterate, what is the connection of RPMS to PPST? Why they are linked together? The answer is simple. RPMS is the measure of the standards which are our PPST standards. That's a question. PPST is a standard, while RPMS is the measure of that standard. Number 2, second paragraph. We're talking about the multi-year implementation of this Deped Order number 8 series of 2023, covering 3 years, specifically school year 2022 to 2023, school year 2023 to 2024, and school year 2024 to 2025, covering all 37 indicators distributed in a span of 3 years. Third paragraph, who are covered here: all public elementary and secondary school teachers and community learning centers, including those assigned to teach under the ALS, madrasa education, special education, and special science education. This memorandum shall guide the ratees, raters, approving authorities, and other stakeholders in managing and evaluating teachers' test performance anchored on the PPST. Fourth paragraph. The RPMS timeline for the next 3 years shall be aligned with the annual school calendar and activities issued by the Department of Education. This is signed by Undersecretary Gloria Jomamil Mercado. And if you have seen there the blue initial, that's the initial of our dear former ASTS Sir Mario Bermudez, who is now Director 3 of the HROD. So let's give an applause, a virtual applause to our dear Dr. Mario Mendoza Bermudez, SESO 6, for representing General Santos City to the national central office, the national stage. Ma'am Gloria Jomamil Mercado, Attorney Gloria, also hails from General Santos City. So we are very lucky that General Santos City is represented by 2 distinguished individuals at the BHROD natin. Yeah. Okay, let me move to the enclosure to Deped Memorandum number 8 series of 2023. It is expected that we will observe 4 phases of the RPMS. That's a given. We'll be expecting you to observe the 4 phases or the 4 cycles. The first being performance planning and commitment, wherein our expected outputs would be the signed IPCRF development plan based on electronic self-assessment tool, care of our school HR and school heads. Second, performance monitoring and coaching, which our expected outputs are the agreements based on the performance monitoring and coaching form, or the PMCF, the MRK, beginning of my talk. Each with a total of 15 indicators composed of, as Sir Vic mentioned a while ago, Sir Chief mentioned about COIs and NCOIs and the plus factor. When you say COIs, the classroom observable indicators, and the NCOIs, the non-classroom observable indicators, and of course we have the PF, the plus factor. Let's take a look at the multi-year RPMS PPST indicators for proficient teachers. There was a mention that 37 PPST indicators were distributed all throughout the 3 years. Let's take a look at 1.1.2 and 1.4.2. These are the only indicators that will be covered for the 3 years, 3 successive years, covering school year 2022 to 2023 until school year 2024 to 2025. As to indicator 1.5.2 and indicator 1.5.2 for year 2, hanggang doon lang ang repetition. Sa year 2 lang, wala na. Kaya, coding, tingnan nyo ang coding. Lahat yan ay nagtatapos sa 2. Bakit siya nagtatapos sa 2? Anong ibig sabihin niya? Di ba proficient teacher siya? It is stage 2. Kaya yung mga makita mo sa guidebook ng RPMS PPST, yung mga indicators, yun yung nakastipulate dyan, yung second na level, yung proficient level. Kasi proficient siya, so natural, 2 ang huling number. Tingnan natin ang mga classroom observable indicators sa year 1. Actually, for year 1, there are 9 classroom observable indicators for our T1 to T3 and only 5 non-classroom observable indicators. Iba naman yung plus factor, pero ang plus factor naman pwede mo na i-count as non-classroom observable indicator. Pero bakit naka-dash? Kasi may mga plus factor na sa classroom din siya. Kaya, to be safe, that's represented by a dash. So, we have 9 COIs for year 1. We have also 5 NCOIs for year 1. For year 2, we only have 2, 4, 5. We still have 5 NCOIs and 9 COIs. But for year 3, we will be only having 8 COIs and the rest NCOIs. I believe that's very clear. Let's take a look at our master teachers' indicators for the next 3 years. For our master teachers, again, ang naulit lang dito ay ang 1.1 at 1.4. Yun man din ang naulit sa T1 to T3. Tapos ang 1.5, inulit din dito sa highly proficient teachers. Now ngayon, 0.3 ang lahat ng mga indicators ay 0.3. Of course, the answer is obvious because the third stage refers to highly proficient teachers. Ilan naman ang classroom observable indicators ng ating mga master teachers ngayon? 6 lang ang classroom observable indicators, the rest NCOIs. Sa second year, meron tayong 8 classroom observable indicators. At sa third year, meron na lang 4 na classroom observable indicators. Let's move to paragraph 12. The weight per na each pa. Okay, the weight per indicator. Per lang, wala ng each. The weight per indicator shall be as follows. For objectives 1 to 14, we'll be giving 7%. We commission General Santos City National High School.